to join the session on this beautiful Sunday morning and spend time with all of us who are on a similar journey towards becoming our true self, not just becoming, but manifesting our true self, which is the spirit. So I've been sharing my experience, or when I came into Surge Yoga, like whenever I join the session. So if there are anybody who is coming there, I don't want to bore you with that, but I do want to share where I am right now in this journey, in this beautiful journey, and what's my recent realizations have been, with the hope that it will help you also. So, we, all of you who are here, and myself, and everybody in the main room, and also the yogis of the world, are so blessed with this unique experience of self-realization that sometimes we take it for granted, and we take it like many other things, many other blessings in life. So just in my journey so far, I've my recent realization is that this is the highest of the highest, and we cannot continue to be entangled in all attractions, temptations, enticements of the materialistic world outside, and also of the societal norms or pressures, whatever we may call them, that take us away from being this beautiful spirit that is so complete, full of joy, doesn't need anything. And also from manifesting that in our day-to-day life. It is one thing to be the spirit and to recognize that, and it's another thing to manifest its beauty, its qualities, and its glory in every interaction, in every action, in every thought, and every moment of our lives. And that is the true purpose of our self-realization, and that is how we play our part in bringing the heaven on earth. So that's my experience so far. And in today's meditation, Sweta will guide us through overcoming some of the illusions by meditating on the Peethas, or the seat. Peeta is a Sanskrit word for the seat, seat of the chakras. We know how to meditate on the chakra. We know the qualities of the chakras. Today, what we will learn is their seat in our brain, and each chakra has a seat in the brain. By knowing the seat of the chakra in our brain and allowing the divine grace to flow into that space, into that area, we are able to activate those nerves in our brain, which are actually the controlling centers or the controlling points for each of these chakras. So once we are able to activate these Peethas in our brain, they are connected to the chakras because that is the seat of the chakra. The nerves are connected, and the chakras start to slowly getting cleansed, getting strengthened, and actually manifesting those qualities through us. So once we have this knowledge of the chakras and their qualities and where they are, the next step is to move on to their location in the head and meditate on them. And one important thing to note is that while these Peethas are the controls for the center, controlling point for our chakras, the heart, which is right below the Brahmarandra, is the Pita or the seat of the heart. The seat of the heart sits right below the opening of our soft spot. It is exactly below that. And it is the heart that controls all the Peethas. So the grace is absorbed, is received through the Brahmarandra into the heart, and through its auras, it spreads to the entire brain. And that's how our heart starts to control our brain. And when that happens, our spirit manifests completely through us. So that is what we will learn, and that is the topic for today's meditation. So with that, I hand it over to Sweta to lead us to the foot soak and meditation.
Thank you, Fanny, for the wonderful introduction and the connection between knowing that we are the spirit and manifesting the qualities in our daily lives. That's really the essence of Surge Yoga. And we want you to experience that transformation within yourself. So we will begin, as Fanny said, with the foot soak. For those of you who have just joined, I hope you have the foot soak tub and all the accessories ready. And if anyone's here for the very first time, please let us know. Steps of the bandhan. And you probably don't have the foot soak tub ready, and that's quite all right. You can follow along today and bring it next time. So we will start our foot soak first by settling down our attention with palms open on our laps. Let us bring our attention within. Attention on both of our palms that are ready to receive the grace, to the wrists, to the elbows, to the shoulders, to the center of our neck, down to the center heart chakra. The third center. You can just keep going down all the way to Mother Earth. And once again, attention on both palms. Now we will raise our Mother Kundalini 3 times and take a bandhan as shown on the slide. Now with the left hand towards Mataji and right hand towards the foot soak water, we can rotate in clockwise direction a few times, requesting the ocean element to be awakened in this water and help us with our cleansing today. Now we can place both of our feet in the water. And gently close our eyes. Anytime you have a question, you can look at the slide. If you're having trouble with thoughts bombarding too much, you can quickly open your eyes, look at Shrimataji's bindi, the red dot on her forehead, and close your eyes back. Bringing our attention to the fontanelle bone area, the top of our head. Let us ask our Mother Kundalini, the 3.5 coils of energy located at the base of our spine, to open this door to receive the grace. Now we will place our right hand towards Mother Earth, left hand on the lap, with attention on the fontanelle bone area and the left channel. Let us observe. We don't have to do anything. We will let our motherly energy do her work of cleansing us. We just ask, Mother, please remove all the false knowledge, all the fears, all the doubts, and anything from my past that is against my spiritual growth. We have to be willing to allow our mother to do her work. And the only thing we have to do is put our thoughts aside. So let's ask and meditate in silence on the left channel. Father, please let the light of my spirit enlighten all my emotions. Let my emotions be pure and joy-giving. Now we will place our right hand on the lap, left hand towards the sky, with attention on the top of the head and the right channel. Let us ask, Father, please remove all the ego that confuses me. Please remove all the aggression, all the excessive thinking, and any and all imbalances that are blocking my spiritual ascent. Mother Kundalini, I surrender to you. Please help me understand the truth as it is. Please remove all the ego. Mother, please let the light of my spirit guide all my thoughts and my actions. Now we will bring left hand, both hands on the lap, and attention on the center channel. Let us observe this beautiful, subtle system that is within us and the motherly energy who is ever present, ready to guide us, cleanse us, and connect us with the all pervading energy. Let us recognize her presence and yield to her love. We can use our right hand to raise our Mother Kundalini through the center channel while we take Om. 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 Let's bring our attention to the left side of our heart. Recognizing the spirit within each of us. Recognizing this reflection of the divine within us, which is joy, compassion, forgiveness, and truth. Let us desire to become the spirit. Bringing both hands on the lap, let us take our attention to the first Peetha, the root of the Muladhara, the first energy center at the back of our head. In the picture where it says 1L, with attention on the top of the head, right below the fontanel bone area, which is the heart Peetha, through which the energy flows into all the other Peethas. Let us meditate on the heart Peetha for a minute. We can also put our right hand on top of the head, touching the head. Then lift the hand up slightly, 3 to 4 inches above the head, until we feel the cool vibrations. We can lower the right hand and raise it up a little bit. Keep moving it up and down until we find the spot where our attention is stable and we feel the coolness. Now we can bring our right hand down. Through the heart Peetha, let's bring our attention on the back of the head, the Peetha of the Muladhara, the first energy center. Here we ask, Mother, please kindly remove any imbalances that are coming from my past. Until we part with the past, we cannot be in the present. This Peetha opens our sense of direction and purpose in life. It strengthens our seeking with complete innocence. Let's move our attention to the second Peetha, which is right around the first Peetha. This Peetha takes care of all the diseases, all the physical ailments. It cools down our liver. It purifies our thoughts. And most importantly, it removes all the false knowledge that comes from ego and superego, both of which do nothing but confuse us. So let's ask here, Mother, please grant me the pure divine knowledge Let's take our attention to the third Peetha, which is above the second, the back of the head and the front. In the picture, it's the 3L and 3R. Mother, please kindly remove all the pushes and pulls of the worldly life. Please remove all the illusions and ground us in reality. We will again go to the fourth Peetha, right below the fontanelle bone area. The gates to the heaven. Let's ask for our heart Peetha to be fully open so that we can receive the grace. Let this all pervading energy flow into all our chakras, all the petals of each chakra, so that the qualities manifest further and further in us. Let us now go to the fifth Peetha, which is at the hairline above the forehead. The Peetha that is responsible, that gives us the qualities of being a joyful witness, of growing spiritually while enjoying the worldly life. Mother, please grant us the connection with the whole. Please awaken the collective consciousness within us. Let's take our attention to the front and the back of the forehead. The sixth Peetha. Let us with all our heart affirm that we forgive everyone without thinking about anyone. If forgiveness is the only thing standing between us and receiving the grace, why won't we forgive? Mother, I forgive everyone and everything. I forgive myself for anything I may have done wrong, knowingly or unknowingly. Mother, please let my spirit shine and get rid of ego and superego. We cannot defeat the ego with ego. Only the spirit can defeat the ego and superego. Mother, please make me the spirit. Let us now go to the seventh Peetha, the integration of all the Peethas and all the chakras, the 1,000-petaled lotus. Let us stay in silence here, asking for a stronger connection with the all-pervading divine. We can bring our right hand above the head a few inches. Let us take the hand up higher and higher. We can bring our hand down and leave our attention there. We can feel the state of our entire subtle system, our palms, all the Peethas in the head, all the chakras and channels. Now we can gently open our eyes and rinse our feet. We will now come back into the silence. You can put the tub away, just push it aside and rinse later. Once your feet are rinsed, let's come back, bringing our attention inside. And we will listen to a short speech of Srimataji.
As I told you before, the sap of the tree rises, goes to every fruit, goes to every leaf, goes to every part, and comes back. It's not attached. If you are attached to one part or to one flower because it is more beautiful, then the tree will die and the flower will also die. So that's the death of the love. So you have to have love which doesn't get entangled or attached. Every time I tell like this, they say how to do it. The love of the spirit is of that kind. Love of conditioned mind is different. A conditioned mind can love in a limited way because it is conditioned. Then the greatest enemy of love is ego within us, which is like a balloon on top of our head. And this ego gives us a very big tension. The conditioning, of course, like they see, say for example, they see a carpet. Now it is according to their conditioning is not good. So they say, oh, what a carpet it is, or something. This kind of conditioning of very low level. And the higher level at the most is that you love your own country. So my country is the best. Whether it is killing people, whether it is destroying the world peace, it's all right because I belong to a particular country, so it's the best. We can never criticize our country and countrymen. It goes on subtler and subtler, but on the intelligence side, it is even worse. Because intelligently, if you have understood that something is good, then nobody can save you. Because through your brain you have understood. Actually, it is very surprising. I was reading the book written by Rabindranath Tagore, and an Englishman had given a very beautiful preface to that, an introduction. And he said that the creativity is killed in the West. So he asked a gentleman who was an Indian critic, he said, don't you criticize your poets? You don't have people who are critics? Yes, we have. They criticize. So what do they criticize? Oh, they can criticize that this time there was no rain, so we had problems and things. He said, no. We are thinking about the poet. Do they criticize the poet? Do they criticize an artist? So say, is it meant for criticism? It is created. Whatever he felt is created, but supposing he has put something very vulgar, then of course we don't like it. But if it is created by a beautiful mind, has to be beautiful, then you don't criticize. He says, no, because we cannot create like that. So what business have we got to create? This is how intelligently what we have done. We have norms about everything, about art, about every creation. We don't like this carpet. Why? Because it doesn't appeal to our intellectual understanding of the norms we have reached. And in that frame, it doesn't fit in, so we don't like it. Can you even create 1 inch of that? So this ego gives you an unauthorized action. It is unauthorized, anadhikar cheshta, unauthorized. You have no authority to criticize. You can't do anything. So why should you criticize? Better appreciate and see for yourself that you are not in authority, you are not worthy of it to criticize. If you are not worthy of it, why should you criticize anything? And otherwise, also you must know you are a slave of your ego. Whatever your ego dictates and your intelligence, so-called intelligence, brings you to a point, to some norm. And then it becomes a collective ego of a particular community, of a particular country, of a particular ideologies. It's collective. So then they say, oh, we think this is no art. That is the reason we cannot have masters anymore in art. We can't have Rembrandt, we can't. Poor Rembrandt must have himself suffered a lot. You know, Gauguin suffered a lot. All these artists suffered a lot. Even Michelangelo suffered a lot. Not only monetarily, but otherwise. Criticize, criticize, criticize. So I think people have given up. I met an artist who had done lots of artwork. I said, why don't you show me? He said, no, I don't want to show, it's created for myself. I said, I would like to see. I saw it was beautiful, very beautiful. I said, why don't you show? He said, no use, people will just criticize. I do it for my own pleasure. They'll just spoil the whole joy of my creation. So one of the basic things we should avoid is to criticize others. Better to criticize yourself. Criticize yourself, criticize your brothers and sisters, criticize your country, criticize all the habits you have and laugh at yourself is the best way. If you know how to laugh at yourself, then you will not object or will not stand in the way of any creativity of another person.
Let us continue to remain in silence. Mother, please enlighten our brain so that we understand the reality through the eyes of our spirit. Once again, let's bring our right hand above our head. And just seek the silence without trying to have mental arguments. Let the silence take over and let the spirit blossom more and more. We can bring our hand down and continue to be in this silence. We will meditate to some music with the only goal of staying in that silence. Let us ask Mother, please enlighten my brain with the light of the Spirit. Please strengthen my connection with the all-pervading energy, so that all the qualities of the Spirit are manifested within me, and I become a global personality. Recognizing that all that we need is right within us. Let us thank our Mother Kundalini for opening our Peethas, our chakras, and for transforming us from within. Let us also express our gratitude to Shrimataji for giving us this gift of Sahaja Yoga and for teaching us how to become our own master. Let's now bring our attention to both of our palms. And above Sahasrara, above the top of the head. Recognizing our true self, our spirit, with the desire to stay in balance. Let us raise our Mother Kundalini and take Bandhan. We can gently open our eyes. And if anyone has any experiences to share or questions, feel free to chime in. Our lead Fanny will be happy to respond to your questions. I'm going to stop the recording now. Sorry, Fanny, go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, Sweta. That was beautiful. Very beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sweta, for guiding us through a beautiful meditation.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you all for allowing me to meditate with you. Thank you, Mati and Fanny. I'm going to stop the recording just so the audience can feel free to ask questions.